Money Vikings, Money Viking G here. Thank you very much for joining me. Welcome back to the channel. This one is a special one. It's titled Why You're Not Building Wealth. And what I'm going to basically talk about is two buckets of actions and forces at play that are affecting your ability to build wealth. There's number one, outside forces, and there's number two, inside forces. Please check out my book, Wealth, The Money Viking Way. Had a great book signing this week. It was really a great experience and really enjoyed meeting people buying the book. They seem to be getting a lot out of it, which is extremely awesome and important to me. And I hope that this is a gift and a tool for the middle class. That's the whole point of the book. I really built this book. It's really not about me. This book is a toolkit for you. It's for you to be able to build wealth. It's really a gift to the middle class to be able to have the skill set and the mindsets and the practices in place in order to build wealth. So I'll put a link below. Please check it out. I think it'll be very valuable for you. So let's get right into it. Why are you not building wealth? Well, number one right now, as we all know, there's outside forces. You guys see the price of gas, you see inflation, et cetera, et cetera. There are a lot of pressures and forces working against us to build wealth, mainly inflation over the last few years. And we're probably going to see an uptick in that. And so we're seeing prices rise. I bought a small coffee at 7-Eleven the other day. Now, it was in a high price city, but it was something like, it was over $3.50 for a small 7-Eleven coffee. And I just was sort of like, wow, I mean, that is such an indicator of some of these forces that are working against us. I talk a lot in the book, Wealth, The Money Viking Way, about inflation defense systems. Those are practices we can put in place to push against this inflation. But those are the outside forces that are working against us. Another example of an outside force is going to be the fees that you are paying on your investments. You have got to look into the fees on your investments. Even 1% is too high. Over 1%, way too high. That is going to cost you at least tens of thousands, if not over $100,000 plus in fees over a 30, 40 year period of investing. So those are some of the outside forces. What are some of the inside forces that are creating a situation where you cannot build wealth? Well, number one is going to be your lack of automating. Are you automating or not? If you're not automating into investments every month, some amount, you are probably not going to build wealth. 90% of people are building wealth in an old-fashioned, tried and true way. And that's what I talk about in the book. That's what's in Wealth, The Money Viking Way. It's the principles that have worked over hundreds, if not 1,000 years. And really almost anyone with a solid income can take advantage of them to build wealth. And so I talk a lot about the metaphor of Odysseus in the Odyssey. Long story short, he was going to go through the waters where the sirens were, the siren call. Well, the sirens we know are actual monsters, but they draw men into their death, okay? So what he did is he tied himself to the mast of the boat, and he told his men, they put wax in their ears, and he told his men, don't untie me no matter what. I'm going to scream and want to be untied, but don't do it. So tie me to the mast. So that metaphor I use for getting out of your own way in order to build wealth. And I think the biggest way to do that is to automate. If you're automating somehow into a 401k or IRA or whatever. But that's number one. That's an inside force that is working against you and your ability to build wealth. The second thing I'll talk about, not building a basic budget. Budgeting isn't really that fun. Interesting statistics are saying that only about 60% of people actually budget. I think it's much lower than that. I really do. Most people I talk about don't have a budget. Or most people I talk with, they do not have an actual budget. So I really think it's much lower than that. I bet less than half of people actually do a budget. But it's basically just doing a basic budget. It's writing down your monthly expenses and your monthly income and seeing how that bottom line number compares. If your expenses are greater than your income, you have to make changes. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to build wealth. There's absolutely going to be a hole leaking in that boat. So it's just another example of inside forces. For more, check out the book, Wealth, The Money Viking Way. I'll put the link below. but these are just some of the reasons that you are not able to build wealth. I'll leave you with one more. Are you tracking your net worth every year? You've got to understand your assets and their value realistically, and you got to understand your liabilities and have that number figured out. What's that bottom line number, and how is it trending over year to year, 5-year, 10-year periods? That's going to be critical as well. Hey, thanks a lot for checking out, guys. See ya.